2009 on an 09 Audi A3 is the 1.9 litre diesel with a manual gearbox. Sportback, so it's the 4-door or 5-door as opposed to the smaller 2-door. Starting with the bodywork, you'll notice there is a decent amount of bubbling on the front arch all the way around. The wheels have been done black at some point. They could do with a refurb. There's a decent amount of paint flake going on there. Continuing down this side, there's the odd little mark on the sill, but generally pretty presentable down the side. The driver's door has one little mark. In fact, that's a bit of dirt. Ignore that. Driver's door's all good. Around the wing mirror is good. A-pillar's nice and tidy. There's a few stone chips that have caused some paint flaking on the leading edge of the windscreen. It is all nice and solid, but it's just sort of flaked the paint off a little bit. Roof itself all nice and straight. There's the odd bird poo mark here and there, but there's no dings or dents. All the glass on this side is clear, scratch free. We do have a little bit of paint flake on that pillar there. Rear door, got one little mark on the bottom there. We've got a bit more rust coming through just here, and a couple of bits of bubbling on the rear arch, but generally not as bad as the front. Same story on the wheel, could do with a refurb. Round on the back, all your tail lights are clear and bright. You've got one little scab starting under that light, and another one just here. Mark on the rear bumper where it's, well, actually it's a dent really, where it's been reversed into something by the looks of things, and a few scratches where things have been pulled in and out of the boot. And we are missing the rear wiper. Passenger side, again, if you look down the side, it is nice and straight all the way down there. Rear arch is good until you get to this point here, where there's a couple of little bubbles just starting. Passenger door, rear passenger door, one little scratch just there, but other than that, all good. And then front door, we've got a dent here, which also continues down onto the bottom section of the sort of trim, if you like. Glass on this side, all nice and clear. A-pillars all good. No delamination on the windscreen. One small stone chip on the wing mirror. Got a little ding on the top of the wing, and then bubbling the same as the other side, although not quite as bad on this side. Round up the front, latest style car with a facelifted headlights and front bumper. Headlights are all nice and clear. The fog lights are good. We've got a stone chip that's caused some paint flake there, and a couple of smaller ones on the bonnet itself. Moving on to the interior, all nice and tidy on the door card. It's the aluminium trim. Tiny bit of wear on the bolster, but generally pretty good. A little bit of wear on the steering wheel, but generally not that bad. 176,549 miles on this one. Could do with a good hoover out in here. It's just a bit dusty and stuff, but there's no nasty smells or any sort of trapped moisture or anything like that. We do have the dual zone climate control in this one, and the Audi concert stereo system, which is nice. We'll pop the bonnet while we're here. Auto headlights and things in there as well. Steering wheel controls, all that sort of stuff. Nice and tidy on that rear door card. And the rear bench itself is all good. A little bit of dirt here and there, but generally it would clean up very well. And there's the rear wiper there as well, so there you go. Into the boot, and it has the intact parcel shelf with the sun blind. Got a set of aftermarket mats in there and a load cover. Underneath that, that's all nice and tidy as well. If we lift that up, you can see space saver wheel, toolkit, nice and clean in there. No trapped moisture, no signs of any sort of corrosion or anything coming through there. Rear passenger side, nice and neat on the door card. Again, it could do with a good hoover, but other than that, all good in the back. Headlining is nice and clean. It's not sagging anywhere. There's no, like I say, there's no smells of smoke, dog, moisture, anything like that. All good on the front passenger side. Normally these peel off, but this one's actually really good. And again, could do with a good hoover, but other than that, that passenger seat's all nice and tidy. This side of the dash is good as well. And then into the under the bonnet, 1.9 litre Volkswagen diesel engine. Nice and reliable. It was driven here. It's been here a couple of days. It starts on the button every time. Not dropping any fluid or anything on the floor. Being a Audi, you do need to put your foot on the clutch to start it, so we'll have to hop in. I did notice it puts an ABS warning light on. So you fire it up. Obviously, does fire it up with it out of gear. Excuse me. So let's have a look. It does obviously all its checks, and you've got this ABS light on. It's telling me the bonnet's open, obviously, because it is, and that I don't have any seatbelts. Or I don't have my seatbelt on, sorry. But yeah, that ABS light is on. It's worth pointing that out. The engine-wise, nice and smooth, ticking over as it should. And nothing nasty flying out the back. So there you have it, 2009 on an 09 Audi A3 1.9 diesel.